Welcome, my friends, to a GetResponse tutorial. Now, GetResponse is one of the big names in the autoresponder genre, and I wanted to make a quick tutorial showing you how to get started with GetResponse and how to do an integration with one of the more common tools such as ClickFunnels, and how to start building out your first autoresponder with GetResponse. Now in this tutorial I'm going to walk you through each of these different steps, but I wanted to start off by looking at the pricing for GetResponse, because obviously this is a big concern for most people, that especially those that start out. There's two different things that you need to consider when you're looking at getting an autoresponder, regardless if it's GetResponse or anything else. And full disclosure, in my digital marketing agency, I use ActiveCampaign. Now, one of the reasons why a lot of people use GetResponse, particularly in the internet marketing / affiliate marketing space, is because they are affiliate friendly. Now, that doesn't mean that you should and can go out and just spam useless links and just push that kind of stuff on people. You still need to be providing valuable emails and follow the best practices when it comes to emails. That's not something that we're going to cover in this video, but that's something that you want to keep in mind. Now, they are affiliate friendly, so that's why I am doing this video and this tutorial about GetResponse, because it's a good option for those that look to do internet or affiliate marketing. Now, one of the first things that a lot of people want when they want to check out a autoresponder is that they have a free trial. GetResponse happen to have a 30-day free trial, which means that you can actually get some decent time and test out the software, work your way around the different features and how to use it, and get everything going. Okay. Now the second thing is that you want to make sure that they have a plan that's pretty affordable, okay, especially if you're just starting out, because the last thing you want to do is dish out another $50 a month on a software tool that it's going to take you some time to get really good with using it and get started actually using it to the most of its ability. Okay, GetResponse has really good features, and all you really need, especially if you're new, is the basic plan. Okay, and you do get a 30-day free trial, and you can check out the link in the description below if you wanted to test out GetResponse for yourself. Now all you need to do is just go to that link below and then click try free for 30 days, and then you can sign up. You can sign up for free up here or just underneath the specific plan. Now, I wanted to show you quickly how to do an integration as well. I use ClickFunnels myself for both my internet marketing stuff and for my digital marketing agency. So that's what I'm going to show you this in. GetResponse is very easy to integrate with ClickFunnels, and it is probably one of the easier integrations to set up. But all you need to do is log into ClickFunnels, hover over your photo, go account settings, and then onto integrations there, and that's pretty much all ready to go. We're going to go add new integration, and then we're going to search for GetResponse, and the next part of the GetResponse tutorial here is going to be to find the API key that is located within your account. Now you're going to create a new API key for the specific need of creating this integration. So you need to create a new API key for every integration that you want to make. So if you have several ClickFunnels accounts, or if you want to make an integration with Zapier or anything else, you need to keep that in mind. Okay, I'm gonna go into the main dashboard for GetResponse here. Now what I want to do is I want to click menu up in the left hand corner, and the dashboard looks quite a bit different to what it did only a little while back. So if you've seen a different tutorial and it looks different, it's because they've made major changes to their platform. And so far, I must say I'm really impressed with what they've done. I am actually in the process of moving over from Aweber, because I really don't like the layout and the user interface of Aweber, and it's kind of hard to get your head around how it works. I'm a visual learner, and I like to be able to see the structures that I'm building easily, which is one thing that they do at GetResponse. And then we want to click integrations and API. Will take us to the integrations page here. Now obviously we're going to click API. You can see that I've already got 3 of them working here. I've got, obviously these are going to be blurred out, but these are the API keys that we're going to generate. So we're going to generate a new one here for the test one that we're doing. We're doing ClickFunnels test, generate. That will generate a new API key for you, and we're going to click copy back into ClickFunnels to the right one here. We're going to call this GetResponse YouTube test test, and then put the API key in there, click add integration. It says warning up here because we've already got an active integration, of course, and now you can, that's done. You already created an integration between your new email autoresponder, GetResponse, and ClickFunnels, so you can automatically put any contacts that come from any funnel into whichever list you prefer. Okay, now I'm gonna go back into GetResponse here. We're gonna create a new list just to make it easy for us when we're testing this out. So we're gonna click create list. We're gonna do YouTube test and create. You can only use lowercase here. I keep forgetting that. That's something I'm not used to quite yet. YouTube test. Failed to create the list. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And we're going to go back into ClickFunnels here, and I have a particular funnel open already that is one of my share funnels that I give away to people, like a basic sales funnel that is really good for small businesses and things like that you can give away and get grow yourself your ClickFunnels referrals here. So I'm going to click edit page, open that up in a new window here, and just to give you an idea of how easy it really is, all you need to do, go into ClickFunnels, you click settings in the left hand corner, integrations, select integration, GetResponse YouTube test, select integration, add to campaign, which is add to list essentially, and YouTube test 1, 2, 3 connected. Boom, that's it. You've now created your first GetResponse and ClickFunnels integration, and anyone that comes through this funnel here will automatically get put onto that list. Now what you want to do when you have those people coming onto that list is a different story. If you want to communicate with them and deliver something that you've promised them or whatever it might be, which is something that we're going to go into next. Now the next part now is really going into GetResponse and start building out your autoresponder series. The way GetResponse work and the way it's been structured, I find it easier to create a specific list for specific needs. So if I have one funnel where I have people interested in one thing, I will have a specific list for that. And if I have another funnel for another product, I will have a specific list for that. Whereas if I was doing this in active campaign, for example, I will have one main list and I will then segment everything depending on their tags. But the automation features in active campaign are very, very advanced, but it's not really something you need for your standard internet marketing and affiliate marketing, especially if you're new. You're just going to confuse yourself. So stick with what works and stick to the simple things. Okay, to get to the autoresponder now, we're just going to click menu up in the left corner. We're going to go to autoresponders. Now you've now created your GetResponse and ClickFunnels integration. Okay, and you can see here that I've already got autoresponders built out for another list. Now here is one thing that made it really confusing for me in the beginning, and it took a while for me to realize that this was even a button. Okay, first of all, you can click and select a specific list that you want to see your already built out emails for. Okay, now we're gonna go to YouTube test. I'm gonna unclick escape training one, and we're going to click apply, and as you can see, there's nothing to display. Now the biggest thing that makes everything so much easier for my brain to comprehend, and I don't know about you, but this makes it so much easier anyway, is to click this little symbol with the 9 squares. Okay, because that will bring out the days in order and be visually shown as a day on the screen. So when I click this here, voila, we've now got all the different days in order, and it's super easy to know, you know, when if I'm clicking here, I'm obviously going to create an email that gets sent out on day 4. And typically when you start as an internet marketer or affiliate marketer, you want to send emails to your list at least once a day. Okay, if you wanted to do it more often, that's good as well, but for simplicity's sake, stick to 1 email a day or make it easy for yourself. And there's a few things with the autoresponder setup here that are really good, particularly for beginners. Okay, now the first email will almost in every case be sent out straight away, and if you don't want to send it out straight away for whatever reason, you can easily change that inside of GetResponse as well. Now for this part of this GetResponse tutorial, we're actually going to go to day 1 straight away. You know what, we'll make just a fake email for the immediate delivery here first. Okay, so I'm going to click the little plus sign on the bottom there, which will take me to the page where I can give this autoresponder a name. Now you need to come up with a naming strategy that works for you. I'm going to call this day 0 because this is day 0, because this is essentially the first thing that happens as soon as they've subscribed. We'll say product delivery, okay? Because that's what happens in this email. This is the naming convention that I use. Happens on day 0 for the list YouTube test 1, 2, 3, and it's going to be sent immediately on every day of the week. You cannot choose a message if you have already built out messages for another campaign or for another list, and you're using a new traffic source and you want to try out the exact same messages. For example, you can just pick the messages here so you don't have to rewrite them from scratch. Now we're going to click create new email because we want to show you what it all looks like here. But when it comes to this message name, I personally just do the same thing here. I do free training delivery, so I know what this message is about, and you can obviously put more information in there if you want. So subject will go personalize, we'll personalize with first name. Here is your training, and it's going to be sent from this email here, and we're going to click next step. Now you'll get taken to the actual template where you can pick your templates for the email on this page. One thing that I really recommend that you guys do is set up a template that is going to be as simple as possible. Okay, I've set up a template that's inside my templates here, and you can see how simple this is. I don't want any unnecessary pictures or links or anything that's distracting from the email itself, but also it's going to hurt my deliverability. Okay, and the simpler, the higher chances of them actually getting delivered into the primary inbox and actually getting open. So keep it simple because that works. All right. Now on this page here, you can easily just change any if you want it bold, italic, or if you want it underlined or whatever it might be. You can change from a few different fonts, add hyperlinks, and do all of that stuff here. And so here are a few different things that I think are really good with GetResponse. The first one is down the bottom on the side here. I'm gonna move myself out of the way so you can see what I'm talking about. Down on the bottom here, you can see that it says plain text. One problem with a lot of other autoresponders is that it's quite hard to set up a HTML version of the message and at the same time set up a plain text version of the message. And this is super important for the actual email providers to ensure that your message is not a spam message, or that you just need both versions of the email being sent out. Okay, so if you don't have both, you're gonna decrease your deliverability once again. So what you want to do is you want to click plain text, and then you click HTML to plain, and then the message on the screen will get converted to a plain text message. Now what you need to do is just make some quick adjustments just to make sure that it looks similar to what it does on the screen for you in the HTML version, and then click close. Okay. Now if you wanted to create a template for yourself, super quick and easy, go into the editor that I came in now and then click save as template. That's it. Bam, you've got the template that you can easily just go straight into and have a simple and easy to use template. If you want to add more text blocks or a pre-header or an image block, just click and drag. Okay, WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get, which is always nice and easy for us people that are technically challenged and not exactly the best when it comes to designing and other things like that. Okay, now another really neat feature, which I find that a lot of autoresponders miss, is the ability to test your message and give you constructive feedback. Now I want to show you an example here of how well this actually works. So if you click spam score, your message will be analyzed by the engine at GetResponse, and you can see that message has valid DKIM or DK signature from envelope from domain, which means that I get a score of minus 0.1 because it's a very good thing, and it adds to the deliverability. So my score is actually minus 0.1, and the maximum they recommend is 5. Now if I add, let's say that I add something here, we'll add make money online over $2 million fast. Okay, if I add that, we do the same thing again. We go back to spam score. You will see straight away huge sums of money will give you more likelihood to be marked as a spam. So this means particularly as a beginner, GetResponse is a really good option because it's going to give you a much better idea of whether or not your emails will end up in the spam folder. Now, there are ways of getting around this. So if you still wanted to say $2 million here, what you do is you go mil. Because everyone knows that you mean 2 million. But that's not going to be registered as 2 million because you haven't spelled it as it would be for 2 million. So if I click test message again and spam score, you will see that it has now removed. Okay, so that is how easy it is to actually start creating your own email autoresponder campaign within GetResponse. Next step, we're just going to click next step. There's one more thing I wanted to show you when it comes to this as well. We're just going to go save and publish. And to make sure that that message is actually active, you can see that it says on there. That means that that's going to be sent out automatically to whoever gets subscribed to that particular list inside of GetResponse. All right. If I wanted to add another message here, but I want to send it out on a particular time of the day, because I'm sure you already know that most people are more likely to look at their phones at certain times of day and open emails at certain times of day. Now, this is going to be called day 2. What I will typically do is I'm promoting the affiliate bootcamp from ClickFunnels. I will just name it ABC, just so I know what I'm promoting. But in this example here, we're not going to send it to that list. We're going to send it to YouTube test 1, 2, 3, and it's going to be sent exactly at 10 a.m. because I know from experience and from research that emails are more likely to be open between 10 and 11 a.m. in the morning, and also not on Sundays. So I'm going to unclick Sundays, I'm going to put it on 10 a.m. and then I'm going to use the time travel function, which means that automatically this will be delivered at the recipient's local time. Now, this is really important, especially for me, because I don't live in the States, but the majority of the people that end up on my email lists, they will all be in America. And if I can't pick an option with the autoresponder, which I cannot do in Aweber, for example, that means that my emails are going to get delivered during the nighttime and then end up at the bottom of their inbox by the time they wake up. Okay, which means that when they look on their phone at 10 or 11-ish a.m., my email is probably going to get missed, and I've wasted all that time, money, and effort building and sending out those emails. So GetResponse features when it comes to this are really, really good, and I am kind of annoyed that I didn't realize and check this out earlier, because I'm now slowly moving over to GetResponse instead, and I'm getting really good deliverability so far with my emails, even though I haven't sent many out yet. But from testing before I signed up for the actual trial with the account that I'm using now, I saw some really good results as well. So affiliate friendly, super easy to use. You can set it up very, very easily for yourself as well if you wanted to get started. You can click the first link in the description below if you wanted to check out GetResponse and actually see how it all works. And I really hope that this has been of help to you today. And if it has, please make sure that you leave a comment below and like the video and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials and videos such as with GetResponse to come. Now, GetResponse does have a lot of more advanced features that I'm going to go over in the future. So if you do want to see that stuff, make sure you subscribe and turn the notification bell on. That's it for this time, guys. I will see you in the next video.